Sup world? Got some good news for you. FakeNeo, who runs the Railroad.Studio website, he has done some work to it, and we can now see the new splines in it. Can't see the switches yet, but you kind of can see the switches. Look at that. I guess he figured that out. All right, so this is great news. Gonna refresh this. Why isn't my display showing? Sorry about that. There we go. Let's do it this way. Here you go. So yeah, the switches are showing. This is my new map. Pay no attention to the trees. I'm gonna refresh this and load in. Okay, this is the map I was working on yesterday. And it should have all the cut trees. When the cut trees are not showing up on this. Yep, that's the one. Oh, layers, trees. Okay. So with Railroad.Studio, wherever you see a tree, that's where it's being cut. This green dot does not represent a tree. It represents the absence of a tree. So if you were with me the past couple of days, I was just cutting trees like crazy. And that's what we got. So what I'm going to do for a goof is I have a sneaking suspicion the Treeinator might have messed up my map. I don't know. Just based on something I was doing before, but I could be wrong about that. I don't see how that could be. I am going to replant all the trees. No, I'm going to cut all the trees. Then I am going to delete these hidden segments that were under the ground. That's because it's a very old map. It's a very old map. There's a lot of stuff going on here. And I wanted to get those out. All right. Those are out. And then we're going to go ahead and replant all the trees. It says dangerous. Now I'm going to use the tree brush. First you have to uncheck the delete tool, then check the tree brush. Now if you use your mouse wheel, you can make it bigger or smaller. You can no longer move the map around when you're doing this. So I'm going to very carefully right click and trim all these. Now you can do is Control plus, but I still can't move the window around. Oop. Now I can left click and put some trees back like a dat. This is cutting. We're cutting. If you could see my face right now, I am concentrating on getting that mouse pointer right on the track. Cutting a pretty wide swath. Oh, this will give you carpal tunnel. Oh, I went off the screen there. And we're going to go ahead and clear out around the industry like this. I might even put some trees back. I'm making it a little wide because I noticed for streaming, it allows you to see the trains better. Now I'm doing all this. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work, but I'm pretty confident it's going to work based on what I was doing before. And I want to give a big shout out to FakeNeo right now because he was not treated fairly. And he has a lot of reason not to do anything for this game. I asked him for a little help, and he went off, and he started helping. So his map is using a baked-in industry location. Doesn't really show you the industries because it doesn't show you the moved industries like I have. I think we want to clear everything out here by the spawn track. Now this is like 2 days of cutting that I'm going to do here in like 10 minutes if this works. This is the smelter, so we can go ahead and clear a lot of trees over here. So if you go too low on the page, now this is something I want the brush for. See right here, I want to cut all these trees to increase my view down in the valley. Hey, yes, you can save it. I'm going to look at those specs in a second. Oh, it got stuck. Try that again. Put these back. Yes, I tested it before. It works, so it should save. What I was doing wrong was I didn't realize that these green dots represent trees that have been cut. I'm cutting trees right now, even though it looks like you're putting them back on the map. Oops. Can I go there? No. Nice. Yeah, we've been at this all day, more or less, trying to get it to work. I tell you what, FakeNeo, I'm not a programmer, but I believe that guy knows what he's doing. He does things quickly and properly. All right, so this is the refinery. I'm going to just clear out around it. This is great. You can get all the trees under this groundwork that I couldn't get before. Yeah, this is therapeutic. Now, remember, I told you I was having FPS problems, but I used the treeinator to put all my trees back. I can't remember if I got the FPS problem after or before, but when I used this website's tool to put all my trees back, it seemed like I had better FPS, but it might have just been that one spot I was in. I don't know. But I ran an engine and it seemed okay. Oops. Now I do want, kind of want the river to be seen here. Yeah, I think it's anything with new track on it is the problem right now. Because my old stuff still works the way it used to work, which is what the developer said was going to happen. He kept the splines the way they were, so we can't. Let's see, this is all the oil field. Yeah, before you do any of this, make sure you back up your saves. Right. And supposedly his post in Steam said with Astragon there's going to be a code review. What does that mean? I don't know. Dr. Wolfenstein's 3% run. to the logging camp. Let's see, what do I want to... You know what, we're just going to save that. See how that looks. Here we go. It's do or die, man. Now you just gotta wait a half an hour for the game to load. Oh, and I believe I figured out why I lost my money in my XP. So if your game crashes, and you have Railroads Extended on, and don't detach it, and then load the game back in, it will delete the funds. Okay. Drum roll, please. Oh, I'm like waiting for the game to load. I was staring at the ceiling. That's funny. Yep, the brush worked. All right, let me quickly see what FPS we get right here. The other day when I was running this train, I was getting like 10. Okay, so the Trionator is good. It's not the Trionator. It's just the new splines. Look, 14, 15 FPS. Yeah, you're going to have bad FPS no matter what, because this is broken. I mean, it says, right now it says 24 FPS, but it don't feel like 20. It feels like 2. Look, the car, everything is like popcorning. That's ridiculous. It's better than it was yesterday, though. Now, there's something going on with his, the last update. Yeah. There's something going on with the update. Even when I spin the mouse around, everything is, look. Now I'm standing here, look, 11 FPS. That's crazy. Ten FPS, there it is. Can't play it. So whenever he decides to fix this, we'll wait for an update. But I want to fly around the map right now and take a look at the trees. As soon as this train stops moving, the FPS will go back up to 60. So some kind of interaction is happening between the train and the track. Yeah, so annoying, dude. Oh my god. All right, we'll attach. All right, so I just hit F1, nothing came up. You left clicked, Control R, left click, F1 again. Then when I hit it, it'll work. Cheats. All right, let's take a look at how my tree cutting came out. That's a pretty wide swath of trees. But if I wanted to spend a little more time, I could put some of them back now, because now we have the tool, and now that you can see where the splines are, you know where to cut. I like this. All my bridges are clear. This looks good. I want a few trees in here. That looks good. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm loving it. I could put some of these trees back above this. This looks great. I could put some trees in here, actually. And I got to trim that tree right there. That's not a big deal. The switchback looks great. This looks awesome. You could put some structures up here. I spent like 2 or 3 nights cutting trees. And I'm not even going to save that save. See, this is cool. See, when you're down here, you can kind of see the river more because I cut it wider. Yeah, I need to cut along the river so you can see it. Well, this is better. I could probably put some of these back, but it's nice and clear now. I like it. That line looks good. It's all cut down in here. I could put a couple trees back, just 1 or 2. So the original map will probably run. I don't think I've ever tried that map, by the way. The Mauser PT7. Why'd they name it that? Do you have any idea? It was supposedly like the track, the map with the most track on it or something. You know what? I don't even have that map anymore. I don't have that map. I couldn't run it if I wanted to. If you're in my Discord, you should upload it there. So we have it. This looks good, and I want to put the trees back between these 2 tracks. Definitely. This looks good. A couple trees down there I could probably trim by hand. But I like it. Oh yeah, let's go see our freight yard. Over here somewhere. We did it without spilling any freight cars. Sure. If you don't mind sharing your map, you can upload it in the general section of my Discord. Yeah, this is awesome. This looks great. Nice and open. How do we do back in here? Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, that was a success. Remember, Railroad.Studio. We did put all the trees back and trim them in 30 minutes. Took me 5 hours to cut 3,500 trees. With this, I probably cut triple or quadruple that in 20 minutes. Let's look at Dr. Wolfenstein's line here. Later, man. Have fun torturing yourself. Interesting. Interesting. We need to change this up. No. Can't run trains on this map, but we could keep building on it. It's fun to build anyway. You're welcome. Thanks. Remember, no new splines. It's got to be all old splines. We were playing on the hardcore map with the old splines, and it was running okay. It was playable. Wasn't the best, but it was playable. Anyway, that's my story. Wonder if the tree brush will cut. I kind of want to cut the trees from the very tops of the mountains. Because like in Colorado, at the very tops of the mountains, there are no trees. That would give it more of a realistic look. Let's go ahead and try that. Why not? We'll make it part of the video. What I'm going to do real quick is save this. And then I'm going to back it up on my Discord. And go back here. Railroad.Studio. Close that. Refresh. Choose it a file. So, tree brush. Oh, it doesn't recognize beyond the boundary. So it's kind of hard to tell where all the mountaintops are. I need to zoom in here. You can see the layer. Is this one easier to read? Yeah, that's a little easier to read. Do along this ridge here. Too bad you couldn't do back in here. You can't. Those trees are uncuttable. That's also uncuttable. Is uncuttable a word? I don't know. English was not my strong suit. I keep right-clicking to drag the map. It's probably going to look a little funny because there'll be trees behind it. Calculating. You know, you can't get to any of this. Can you get to any of this? No. This. A little bit. There should be like no trees up here. Now we could put these trees back. Oh, that's as small as it's going to let me go. And we want this all cut right here so we can see the view. Going uphill, we don't want the trees cut alongside the track. You could spend a lot of time in here doing this. Let's see, I'm only going to do part of the map where my tracks are. This is all height right here. It should all be mountaintop. Got my little house up here. Should really like pick a altitude like 700 or 800 and say, okay, no trees above that height, and then follow that contour. I want to put some of these back in here. And then we want to delete these over here. These can go back. Yeah, you can go back in here a few times and fart around. I think 700 in altitude would be good. Good cutoff. Although I went lower than that just now. Should do it. I want to put. It's not putting these back here. Oh, whatever. This is all 400, 200. That's 700. See, like this whole area here is 7, 8, 9. All this should be bare. Pretty sure it's all this. Oh, that's the edge of the map. Tree brush. Yep, all this in here. This is 800. This is 700 right here. What is this? Doesn't let you go back in here, I guess. I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. Nope, doesn't reach back in there. And where was the other thing I wanted to fix? Over here. Put a couple of these back. And the oil refinery. It's not really showing those trees. Oh wait. Yeah, these should all be cut. Yeah, there's something wrong with this here. And let's do the river. Why not? Let's put just a couple trees in here. Sprinkled. Sprinkle a tree here or there. Oh, thanks, man. I'll have to play around with that map. I'm going to play around with that map. Oops. Actually, you know what? I want the trees in there. I'm gonna run a line in there. I gotta add another logging camp, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah. That's some artwork right there. Download that sucker. And let's go ahead and start the game. 50 years later. And I'm gonna do a complete fresh thing. Yeah, I wonder what happens if you put the physics settings on casual. If you get better frame rate. Let's test that. Hey, would you look at that? Just look at it. Do, do, do. Why? Okay. Well, aside from the trees beyond the boundaries, this looks kind of good. Oh, the fact that we can't delete the trees beyond the boundaries sucks. But some of these mountain peaks are clear now. So, look, I cleared the spawn track out perfectly. Put those trees back, they look good. Did some minor adjustments. This looks good down there. Put those trees back. Cleared the trees around the iron mine. See how the oil field looks. Oh, look at the river. See? Not bad. Yep. Fixed that building. Just got a couple trees down in there. Just trim them by hand here. I like the fact that the river's clear now. It'll look better when we run a train along it. I'm like, you'll be able to see it better. Before it's hidden in the trees. So if we're running, the river stands out a little better now. Too bad we couldn't clear those trees up there. But we got one tree down here that needs to go. And this one. Because oh, how do we get all these trees back? Oh, I'll have to redo that. Or maybe I never did it. Yep, I'll have to take care of that. Not a problem. This all look good. All right, I'm happy. It's a complete map. I'm gonna go, let's run that train, see what FPS we get. Now that we're on casual, right? Another experiment. Beta testing. Hey, there you are. Should have plenty of steam. Fuel, let's go. Nope. FPS is dropping, 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 dropping. It's popcorning. It's terrible. It's not fixed. It's so bad I couldn't even lower the throttle. Oof, that's bad. Alright, I'm happy with that. We just gotta fix the logging camp. I'll do it right now before I forget. Or forgetful person. Go in here. Refresh this sucker. Slot 10. Right, because I never layers. We want to show the trees. There we go. Now get out the tree brush and clear right in here. And that's pretty much it. Now I should save the back up the one I got. Back up the one I got. Gonna delete this here. Delete. Then the one I just downloaded should be good, but I have a backup just in case. Next time I start the game, it'll be in there. That's it. I'm done. I'm not playing this game anymore tonight. We'll go watch a movie or something. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. And enjoy Railroad.Studio. And if you see FakeNeo, give him a big thanks and a hug. All right, bye.